Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. With the full moon in Leo in opposition to the sun, Mercury and Mars try to find a happy medium between cutting loose and having a good time versus overtaxing yourself about the many things in your environment that you may feel like you cannot control. While we always have more control than we may think while we make choices, please consider the fact that the forces of Prime Creator may be moving things around for you in an effort to lead you down the path to receive exactly what you've been asking for. Take this next few weeks of extra zeal and passion in thinking that we have under the Aquarius sun and act on it in the most colorful, unique, and authentic manner that reflects your character into the hollow matrix of life. As Uranus in Aries is battling it out with Venus and Pluto in Capricorn, passion and practicality are at a stalemate. You may take the practical institutional route for the moment, but the Aquarius Promethean prowess always demands emotional freedom and the social sovereignty that keeps you a cut above the competition as your afterburners carry you into the ocean sky among the clouds of cultural competency. Libra reminds us that now is a time to be in the know and to keep the desires of the mind in line with the pursuits of the heart. The ingress of the Aquarian sun has the scales going up and down with the speed of a seesaw on a playground. Gemini reminds us that thought and action can in fact be the greatest of allies. You don't need to fret over every last detail before you swing into action. The timeless twins, with their telepathic tethers to the physical and the metaphysical, gives you the extra imagination needed to breathe the air of life through the fire sign continuum's matrix of plasmatic creation. Aquarius reminds us that thinking can be an Olympic sport that could wear down any triathlete if one does not decide on the objective before firing up the gears of thought. So accept this month's gift of intellectual power, promise, and purification as the eagle of Zeus creates brainstorms while he carries Ganymede to Mount Olympus to be the cupbearer of the gods. After all, there is less than 28 days before you take a deep dive into the empathic ocean represented by the vastness of the Pisces soul. Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Time to build up the mental stamina necessary to swim through the airy waters of Aquarius with a song of synchronicity in your heart and the sharp piranha-like teeth of Pisces. Scorpio, get your stinger ready because there will be some actions and reactions that are out of sync with reality. Since there is a significant amount of mind chatter under the Aquarian sun, there may be moments where you will be tempted to impale all comedians with your stinger and then toss them up against the wall. Do not engage. Stay silent and move into the shadows and wait for a day that will not be politically devastating for you. Remember that the Aquarius sun is square with a fixed aspect of your Scorpion nature. This is a time to be aware of your stubbornness, possible fixations, or obsessions as they may be highly exaggerated on a frequency with too much bandwidth. Just try and remember that the clouds in the air is actually simply an ocean in the sky, and it is an opportunity for you to understand intellectual detachment from your emotions. Cancer reminds us that we are all cardinal leaders capable of surfing the largest wave of any oceans, whether it be an ocean of water or an ocean of light. Scorpio reminds us that strategy is more paramount than strength. So don't look for the obvious ways of winning any combats. Look for your escape hatches along with your high grounds necessary for your offensive defense. Pisces reminds us that we do not need to choose to swim upstream nor downstream as long as your intellectual teeth are as sharp as a tiger shark and as determined as a barracuda. So don't be afraid to wipe out under the purifying waters of Aquarius's jug. Scorpio's Phoenix focus will facilitate a transformation that will allow you to arise from any ashes with the energy of a supergiant star gone supernova. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. With the fiery agenda of personal pursuits and creation linked with the life-giving air of the Aquarius sun, you aspire to a lifetime of living out your dreams. As Uranus trines with the full moon in Leo and harmonizes with the Aquarian sun, your sense of emotions and spiritual direction is becoming as rich as a cup of ambrosia poured by Ganymede himself. The thunderbolt of Jupiter in Gemini is reminding you while teaching you new ways to combine opposing ideas, emotions, and ventures. Such lessons are reaffirming that not all conflict is negative. The fiery flames of conflict often give birth to new ideas and gives us permission to let go of our programming so that we may ascend to a higher aspect of our character. Like Hercules defeated the Nemean lion using his own claws against him, you now understand the best way to win is to never fear losing. Aries reminds us to always follow your dreams of success and happiness from a place of passion that lies between the head and the heart. Leo reminds us that we must learn to play just as hard as we fight for success and happiness. Now, if that means you need to get personal to create victory, do not let conventional wisdom get in your way. Sagittarius reminds us that action and passion are truly great characteristics to have, but the Centaur strongly suggests that you consider the value of those qualities if you do not have the proper aim and a steady hand. So take it from Jupiter's teacher of heroes when I say, ready, aim, and fire at will for a future filled with ever-expanding possibilities. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. After the ingress of the solstice led by Fire of Earth Capricorn, quickly followed by a full moon in Cancer, you will need some time to recover from your love hangover. The new moon in Capricorn passed with its abacus of accountability being plucked by Father of Time, Saturn, while hanging out at the Scorpion's lair. Pluto's alignment with the new moon, Venus, and Mercury created a lot of space for you to resolve karmic debts of all kinds and keeps you firmly on the path through February. Make sure you watch that to-do list closely and get as much brainstorming and action in as possible while the sun is in Aquarius. Why is this important? Because Mercury goes retrograde next month in Pisces and it's about to get really real. Regardless of the struggles and challenges, remember that Chiron is helping you heal and Vesta is keeping you grounded. Taurus reminds us that through determination, any objective can be reached if the choice is made to honor your commitments and stay true to your word. Virgo reminds us that we can live in a world of perfection, community service, health, and happiness, provided that we define our boundaries and stick to them. Like the star Spica in the goddess Astrea's hand, your light can only be eclipsed by the dog star of the Dogon's tribe. Capricorn reminds us that one must keep climbing even after one reaches the top if one wants to win a peace of mind and gain the insight that comes with inner peace. So plant your feet deep into the earth and get ready to erupt with the fiery creativity of Krakatoa until you reach your goals. Ah yes, that Leo is really a rolling stone, just like Jagger. While it may not be rolling, the Aztec sunstone is another marvel of time and wonder connected to the sun, the compass, and big powerful cats. Between the Maya, the Aztecs, and the two distinct calendars, the mystery of a civilization that is older than we suspect seems even more likely. Besides the calendar system, there are more than 10,000 pyramids in the north, central, and southern regions of Las Americas. Chichen Itza, Tulum, and the Pyramid of the Sun and Moon at Teotihuacan also line up with similar celestial events as those seen in Egypt or at Stonehenge. And this does not even scratch the surface of the cosmic history found in the Popol Vuh, and goes without mentioning the countless stories of the Hopi, Blackfoot, and untold indigenous history lost in time due to colonization and cultural genocide that fueled the last eon. Perhaps it's time to rewrite history with Leo, the Jaguar, and this year's black water snake. Time to create more totem poles and less territorial talismans. A time to count our blessings and move towards recognizing the contributions of the Iroquois Constitution to Western civilization and move towards the dismantling of neo-colonialism. Perhaps it's time to pluck our own feathers of freedom and collectively build a cosmic dream catcher for humanity. A cosmic dream catcher that reunites us with Grandmother Earth in mind, body, and spirit by locating the lion of our collective tribe. Perhaps the Sphinx represents the lion of the self, and the so-called missing second Sphinx is in fact the missing lion that represents the collective tribe of humanity. One lion facing east and one lion facing west. Upon thee I present humanity's most important test. Facing Western civilization's past transgressions with your cosmic brothers and sisters, bring us all one step closer to unity consciousness and apotheosis. Recognizing and facing all forms of intellectual, social, economic, emotional, and spiritual gentrification advances us one large leap forward into the age of Aquarius.